talking about me cause they never been relevant. Haters will copy, but I'm never done stunting tricks. Watch when I walk into a room, make it flip. And since we talking about my girl, I drop a couple of hits. I love it, and you're blind, and I'm like, come from mine, why you trying, I look good, and I grind, come from mine, why you trying, With my ladies who be stacking that paper. Spit your game, show you got driving that paper. Get it, girl, don't lose all of your favor.
Coming up in the show, the biggest competition in women's basketball is nearly here. We're with teams from across the world as we preview the tournament in Tenerife. And we look back into the archives at some of the moments that make the World Cup so special. On the 22nd of September, the best teams in women's basketball will descend on Tenerife as the World Cup gets underway. 16 countries split into 4 groups competing for one trophy. Here's everything you need to know ahead of the biggest tournament in the women's game. There's only one place to start our show, and that's in Group D with the defending champions, the USA. They're joined by China, Latvia and Afrobasket runners-up Senegal. But the US are the clear favourites for the tournament, having won 4 of the last 5 World Cups. But they aren't taking anything for granted.
We're going into the tournament to win. You know, I've been on the other side of it where we lost, and it's a terrible feeling. And I want to make sure that if there's anything I bring, it's that mentality of win at all costs.
I'm ready to go and not sit back and watch and learn. I'm ready to go and just attack it.
Greiner and Taralsi are joined by an impressive cast on their star-studded roster.
That's what these players are going to be battling for. The United States, obviously the defending champions.
And with such a strong selection of players coming together, it's no surprise excitement is building in the camp.
I'm super excited about the World Cup. I feel like there's a lot of buzz going around going into this one here in Spain. Everybody's ready to go down there and get it going.
While the USA are familiar with the World Cup, it's a whole new experience for Latvia, who are taking part in the competition for the first time.
I'm thrilled because I've waited for this moment for the whole year. When we qualified, I couldn't wait for this moment to arrive. Now it has arrived, I feel a great responsibility because we need to show the world who Latvia is and how Latvian basketball is developing.
Latvian basketball had a breakout summer in 2017 with their 6th place finish in the Eurobasket, enough to book their spot at the World Cup. But do their recent performances put extra pressure on the team in Tenerife?
There is no doubt that our success in Eurobasket puts pressure on us to continue our progress. We hope to keep on climbing up on the ladder and step by step move forward.
Having dominated African basketball for years, Senegal have yet to transfer that success to the biggest stage. They lost in the final of Afrobasket last year to Nigeria, but led by Astou Traore, they showed the other teams in their group that they can be dangerous.
When you talk about players like Astou, she's going to be a handful to deal with. And I think when you play with that confidence, you become really hard to play against. And I think that whole Senegal team is feeling that right now.
They're a very athletic team which play very aggressively. They fight for every ball. They play aggressively with high energy and physical power in defense. We must be ready for pressure like this so we can be level with them.
The
group is completed by China. Sitting 10th in the world rankings, they're the best-placed Asian team despite a 3rd-place finish in the last Asia Cup. This current Chinese team will be looking to history for inspiration after China picked up a silver medal in the 1994 event.
It's going to be a battle, and you know, on the other end, they're moving. You know, you have to come out, guard. It's not just going to be down low as far as like post players. You're going to have to come out and guard them on the perimeter.
I think this is the game where we need to come with a clear mind, without stressing too much, without thinking the possible outcomes, but just go play and read the rhythm of the game and enjoy the basketball.
Skatīties, kāds ir tas spēles ritms, un izbaudīt basketbolu.
The fixtures in Group D show just how deep the talent is at this year's World Cup. Latvia's first World Cup game sees them up against China, with the USA taking on Senegal. We start our look back into the archives with the last World Cup final, as we see how the USA became reigning champions.
The US have 8 World Championship titles. That's as many as all the other teams combined.
They have one thing in mind and one thing only, and that is to go all the way to the title.
Jets toward the bucket and lays it in. Wide open three, she's got it.
World Championship trophy is going to be presented to the United States after their win over Spain, 9 times now the winner. They raise it high, the USA once again champions of the world.
All eyes will be firmly fixed on World Cup hosts and 2017 Eurobasket champions Spain in Group C.
They are legends. They are legends in women's basketball around the world, not only in Europe.
They're joined by AmeriCup bronze medalist Puerto Rico, the third-place team from Eurobasket Belgium, and Asia Cup winners Japan. Ranked as the second-best team in the world, the Spanish are under no illusions that playing in front of a home crowd comes with added pressure.
Playing at home is more a prize than a situation of pressure. It's obvious that playing at home, we are looking forward to putting in a good performance. But this team has ambition. I think each summer our ladies have a new challenge. And probably the most special is playing a World Cup at home.
While Spain boast a fearsome roster, there's one player who carries the hopes of a nation: Eurobasket MVP Alba Torrens.
Torrens goes in. Oh, goodness me. The length of Torrens.
Nosotros tenemos Alba Torrens, por supuesto. Tenemos un Alba Torrens.
In Alba we trust. We've got Alba Torrens, but also Anna Cruz, Marta Jage, Silvia Dominguez. The good thing is we have lots of good players. There's no doubt that Alba Torrens is our MVP. But she can do magic because she has Scottie Pippen next to her.
Pero ella también puede hacer lo que puede hacer porque tiene a Scottie Pippen al lado, ¿no? Entonces, ¿no?
Belgium are also in the mix in Group C. They're making history as they play in the World Cup for the very first time.
Oh, beautiful little finish.
The Belgians enjoyed a great summer last year as they picked up the bronze medal at the Eurobasket. Their sole defeat in that tournament came at the hands of Spain.
So Spain marched into another final, a 68-52 win.
Nevertheless, they are undaunted about having to play their rivals in front of a partisan crowd.
To play Spain at their home base, I think it's going to be great because the gym is going to be full. Even if it's not for us that the gym is full, it's going to be a great feeling just to see so much support for women's basketball. We know Spain is a favorite and they play so good. We've played them numerous times already, but I know it's not impossible.
Japan are the second continental champions in Group C and will go to Spain full of confidence after a 4th Asia Cup triumph.
When this team makes jump shots, you better watch out. They can win games.
I think we've even gotten better. Our offense has gotten a lot more sophisticated. We've added more defenses, so I think we've become a more dynamic team. I don't think there's any pressure at all right now. Japan isn't expected to win on the world stage, but we expect to win. We have pressure within our team, which is good pressure.
Our goal is to get any medal, and I'm going to do my best to help us. I will focus on rebounds and make some fast breaks, which the Japanese team needs to win games.
The final team of Group C are AmeriCup bronze medalist Puerto Rico, who are also making their World Cup debut. And that freshness makes them an unknown commodity.
Puerto Rico looks like our weakest rival, but they will go onto the court with a style of play totally different in Europe, so we don't know what we'll find.
An electric atmosphere will be expected as World Cup host Spain kick off proceedings against Japan on September 22nd. And Belgium will have the chance to avenge last year's Eurobasket defeat to Spain when the sides lock horns on September 25th. Spain booked their place in the World Cup thanks to their Eurobasket triumph last year. Here's a look back at how they clinched gold in the Czech Republic.
Torrens, and just goes all the way, coast to coast. Alba Torrens at her best. Now Cruz goes in and just puts it up over Odadenko.
More than anything else, the mood in training camp is magical. Each summer, this team has played a high level, and that's something really good. Each victory motivates us to win more and more titles.
Short guy again, she is feeling it. Here's Torrens. Oh, she finds her way in, puts it up off the glass. Torrens. Shot clock winding down. She has to put it up. Then she does. Oh, passed a little. They're like running circles around France right now. They are the European champions once again, Spain. Thumbs up for that performance.
Playing at home with our family and friends in the stands, having the chance to visit us in Tenerife is a prize for the hard work we've done in the last year. When we started to fight for the medals in different international competitions and do well, this definitely is a reward.
Japan also sealed continental glory last summer. Here's a look at their Asia Cup campaign.
Machida, and she has an and one.
Winning the Asia Cup gave us much confidence. Some of the games were very hard fought, but we managed to win those contests in the end.
Three-pointer is good from Nagaoka. What a play from Fujioka.
It was a huge confidence boost for me. Winning the title was a big boost, and it was important that the Japanese team managed to win games in the build-up to the competition.
Three-point play opportunity for Nagaoka. Look at the pass. Oh, they're going to get an and one. Her passing is just to die for. Mizushima. Goodness gracious me. And the pass to Miyazawa. She puts it up.
Our current team has that same confidence shown during the Asian tournament, and we developed a good chemistry amongst the players.
Coming up in part 2, we're with France, Canada and Australia as we continue our tournament preview. A look back at the 2006 World Cup in Brazil, and we find out what inspired the stars of today to pick up the basketball. Australia are the headline act in Group B, but they're joined by a strong supporting cast of Argentina, Turkey and Afrobasket champions Nigeria. The Opals clinched third place with a win over Turkey at the last World Cup in 2014. And under head coach Sandy Brondello, there is only one goal for the current group.
Winning medals. I mean, that's our expectation. My expectation of the team is to win a medal. The expectation of myself is to make sure I'm preparing them as good as I can, that we're in a position to win medals.
We're hardworking, we're committed to each other, we show a lot of teamwork out on the court, and I just love being a part of it for the few years that I have been.
Up first for the Opals will be Afrobasket champions Nigeria. The 2018 World Cup is just their second appearance at the biggest stage, and they'll be looking to power forward Evelyn Akato for inspiration.
Gets it back as she cuts to the basket and puts it in. Evelyn Akato.
The African side may be ranked 34th in the world, but they won't be taken lightly.
Nigeria have climbed to the top of the mountain. African champions again.
You have to take everyone serious. You know, you can't overlook anybody because, you know, it's one game, knock you out, and we learned that in the Olympics.
The toughest opponent is our first game, okay, and that's against Nigeria. The next toughest opponent is against Argentina.
Brondello is right to be wary of the South Americans. They picked up a silver medal at AmeriCup 2017 and have the strong backcourt combination of Deborah Gonzalez and Melissa Greta to call on.
Greta hangs and hits off the square.
Greta scored over 13 points a game, along with more than 3 assists in last year's continental tournament, and will have her eyes on another medal at the World Cup.
Argentina coming in as a defensive team, obviously, we just need to play our game.
Turkey are the 4th and final team in Group B. 2014 was their first taste of World Cup action, and they settled right in, finishing 4th in front of their home fans.
Turkey has to feel very good about their chances.
They'll be looking to prove that wasn't just a one-off as they try and go one better in Tenerife and make it to the final. Issel Alban led the team in assists during last year's Eurobasket and is expected to take on playmaking duties again, while Quinitra Hollingsworth finished in the top 5 for scoring and rebounding in the same tournament and should continue to pose problems for the other teams in Group B.
Look at that beautiful play.
We played them in a preseason tournament just probably a month before we played in the World Championship, and they were tough. We lost to them.
So Australia versus Nigeria on the 22nd of September is arguably the big attraction on the opening day in Group B. With Argentina versus Turkey already looking like it could go a long way to deciding who could make the top 2 and qualify from the group. Nigeria made it to Tenerife thanks to victory at the 2017 Afrobasket. Here's how they grabbed gold in Mali.
Shot clock on 8. What a game. Atosu, she's going to try one as well and hits it with the foul.
This is an easy layup for Nigeria.
It's a 20-point lead already. She gets inside this time, bursting through and injecting some Nigerian nitro into their offense. Senegal wanting a strong finish here to give themselves hope in the 4th. Here's Sidi. Oh, denied by Mohamed.
Wow, what a block.
Nigeria have climbed to the top of the mountain for the 3rd time. African champions again, as they were in 2003 and 2005.
We continue our look back through the archives with the 2006 World Cup final between Russia, who knocked out the mighty USA in the semi-finals, and Australia. Group A features a host of continental contenders as Eurobasket runners-up France line up with AmeriCup champions Canada, Asia Cup semi-finalist Korea and Eurobasket semi-finalist Greece. With all 4 nations known for producing some serious talent, Group A looks set to be one of the most competitive at the tournament. France come to Tenerife looking to show just why they are ranked 3rd in the world.
Tetuan's going to try to catch her. Oh, she rejects her. Sends it over to row 8.
The French have some huge names on their roster, such as Sandrine Gruder and Marine Johannes.
Johannes, just so quick, great move, great finish.
And with good reason to be optimistic, the French are eager to compete at the grandest stage of them all.
Representing your country in an event as important as the World Cup is an honour, and that's been a goal since childhood. This is a dream come true. Here we are aware that we are lucky. It's a pleasure to be able to do it. We know it's not given to everyone, but the feeling that really dominates is pride. It's exciting. We trained for almost 2 months for this competition, so we cannot wait to be there. Our objectives are always very important when we are the French team, and we are third in the world ranking. We must perform in each competition we play in and maintain a certain level of excellence.
Following on from their second consecutive AmeriCup triumph in 2017, Canada are ranked 5th in the world and rightfully have lofty ambitions.
Nice pass from Ayin to Booth.
Our team is fairly new. We're still trying to get the chemistry down, but we do have a lot of confidence knowing that we were the AmeriCup champs, so I think that's going to hold us for a long time.
Despite their optimism, both Canada and France know that their other Group A opponents are not to be taken lightly.
In this group, I think we have a very difficult group. So if we take Korea, we know that it is a basketball style based on speed, so we will have to be very vigilant.
And now Parji Soon lays it up.
Korea is already a team with a particular style. I think they run a lot. They may be smaller than us, but in fact they play on other qualities.
Multi backs out, goes again, needs some space. Great pass. Oh, it's a clinic.
They're very, very physical, very dynamic. They play with a lot of passion, so that's what we expect going into that game.
We played Greece last year twice during the Eurobasket.
This is Greece basketball at its best.
It was 2 very difficult games. Even if we won at the end, they are players who play with the heart, a nation that plays with the heart. And I remember it was not easy. If we talk about Greece, we cannot talk about Greece without being respectful, because it's a nation that has won its first place in World Cup qualification, and who has 2 formidable generals with Kaltsidou and Maltzi, and then behind them there are soldiers who are there and who play for the jersey, for the homeland. It always makes for a very, very difficult team. They are whole and full of unselfishness.
So Group A opens on September 22nd with Korea going head-to-head with France while Greece take on Canada. The final day of fixtures on September 25th could be crucial, with Korea playing Greece and Canada facing off against France. It was AmeriCup gold for Canada last summer. Here's how they did it.
We had a great run last year. It was one of the funnest tournaments I've been in, actually. So there's a lot of confidence coming from winning a title like that.
Oh, beautiful set there, a little 2-man game. Michelle Plouffe straight through for 3.
It was a really fun tournament for me personally and the team. We had a great time, and that fills you with a kind of momentum going into World Cup.
Spots up for 3. Got it again! Three on the way. That's good! She kicks it back out to Nurse. Her 3 is good. And Canada is golden once again.
We're set to see some of the best players in the world on the court in Tenerife. But what inspired them to get into the game?
It was a lot of NBA players who inspired me. Then I discovered the WNBA. Players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Diana Taurasi, and Candace Parker.
Firstly, just my brothers, and then as I got into basketball, I really enjoyed watching Chris Paul.
I would say my mom inspired me because she played for the national team too. One of the reasons I wanted to play basketball is trying to be better than her.
I grew up in a basketball family with my father and my brother who played basketball, so I started at an early age.
Sandrine Gruda. For me, she is a player who has always inspired me. I find her really super powerful and complete. So it's true that when I was young, I was watching Sandrine Gruda.
Obviously, the women's 96 Dream Team in Atlanta with Lisa and Cheryl and Dawn, those memories of basketball really resonate with me.
My parents are very active people. They were the key people to inspire me to start playing basketball.
That's your look ahead to the Women's World Cup. All eyes will now be on Tenerife as we see who goes all the way and clinches gold.